So it finally happened where one of my political topics ended up crossing up to the music world because of a technicality. Because Steven Crowder, who is a popular YouTuber, does a lot of quote unquote comedic bits about different th- different things. Many of those things
Different
involve
things.
music. Most of those things involve racism, but a lot of those things do have songs attached to them for whatever reason. We can talk about him in this podcast because we can nominate Steven Crowder for the noted little bitch award.
The heavens have come down. Angels are coming down with trumpets, coming down to bless us for thy bidding of nominating a one Stephen Crowder of the noted little bitch, because it is past time. It is past. He is finally paid his taxes, paid his dues, and he can make it on the podcast. It's
Yeah,
about fucking
because
time.
Steven Crowder has made his whole big thing about debate culture, and debating people. He has this whole thing on college campuses called Change My Mind. There's a Change My Mind mug. His subscribers are called the Mug Club, so it's a whole big deal. Um, but he goes into college campuses and puts a
You all know,
camera in
like
college
you've
students'
seen that,
faces,
you've
and
seen that meme and everything.
yeah, it does all that stuff. And it was part of debate culture, which was like big in the early part of the Trump administration. And it was something I covered very heavily in the context of Milo Yiannopoulos, Ben Shapiro, Prager University, all those things, very visible at youtube.com/Dan for the internet, of course. And it would appear that Steven Crowder wouldn't want to turn down an opportunity to communicate his ideas to the public because he's like one of the people who have been the vanguards, the leaders of this debate movement. And so it's interesting when 3 years ago there was an opportunity for Sam Cedar to debate Steven Crowder. Sam Cedar being a talk show host on the left. Full disclosure, the co-host of Sam Cedar is Emma Vigeland, who I know from my previous job, TYT, and she was also on a Power Report episode. Go to youtube.com/Dan from the internet on that. Everybody
Hey,
eats. But that is they've had this sort of history where it was very clear at the last minute, according to the convention that was hosting Steven Crowder and Sam Cedar, Steven Crowder, more clearly his dad, pulled him out of the convention and the debate, saying he got cold feet. And so Steven Crowder does not acknowledge Sam Cedar for years on end. There are even times where
we have
like
made
he's
jokes on this podcast numerous times when
number of
this was going
times.
down.
Yeah,
A number of
and
times.
there have even been points where like Steven Crowder releases like these montages where he's like destroying people on the left, and then Sam Cedar's accidentally in one, and then it gets taken down and then put back up, but the Sam Cedar part's taken away from it. So it's a clear like duck and hide kind of deal until H3H3 Ethan, that guy from YouTube, gets thrown in the mix. Steven Crowder challenges H3H3 to a debate, and Sam Cedar ambushes the debate and gives Steven Crowder a calm opportunity to actually debate him and speak his mind, say his mind, give him his words and things he cares about, and he runs away screaming like a little bitch.
Literally screaming like a little bitch. And the best remix I've ever heard ever is the Steven Crowder remix where he's like, "Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare!" That thing is the funniest thing I've ever heard
There's
in
a
my
couple of
life.
different ones. I gotta
There,
find the right one, but like
there
it
are a plethora of them, so that's why we can officially nominate Steven Crowder for the No Little Bitch Award. Beautiful.
yeah, that's just a great job. Once again, showing that the intellectual dark web, the power, the prowess of the right wing can never truly be beaten, really ever. They're truly the best, number one, biggest brain thinkers,
We
and
are number one.
uh, these are the ones who are vying for power and will probably successfully gain power in America and will bring it down in the next 20 to 30 years to come. Hashtag no politics.